Hey, good morning, traders. How we doing? This non-farm payroll day. Payroll just came out. Look at that bar. Look at that bar. How about that, huh? Look where it started from, right? We talk about the wash a lot in here. The that we use this as our backstop, as a go no go. I have this there. Right? Someone once told me that if you're going to trade the news, trade on the outside, right? Trade on the edges so that you at least have a stop. And I've played in this, dude. I made so much money one time; it was crazy, and I hit the close button as hard as I could. I was so scared; I didn't know what I was doing. I just I just took my money, and yeah. So it was kind of weird, but it was fun. It's just amazing to make that much money in, I don't know, a fraction of a second. But you know what? I lost it all. I didn't know what I was doing, and uh, so now I watch the news. I watch everybody just get crazy and do all the things they're going to do and play all the games they're going to play and uh, wait for the opportunities to come. I remember earlier this week I was talking about this coming down to here. Oh, hey, and it did. What video was that? I didn't. I called it off of this thing here, right? Remember I said all the orders that were going to be out here, and there's some dude right here. I knew it. I knew it. Ah, look at all the money I could have made. I could just be. Who cares, right? I mean, what are we doing here? I'm here to learn how to trade. The money aspect is part of it. The trading aspect of it is the bigger piece. Because I didn't trade yesterday. Did you? What did you see? What did you see? You get the marquee in here, right? I want to thank Glenn for signing up. Appreciate your business, buddy. Newest member of Patreon. Uh, what did we see yesterday? And just a reminder, this is what we're after, guys. I keep all my notes over here on OneNote. It's an easy place for me to document my trades. We're looking for the impulse leg. We're looking for a shelf, a wash, a new high or a retest of the high, and a place to get in behind the Y. Right? This is the crazy stuff that we just saw. We just saw where we're watching all this stuff. This is my chart from yesterday. Right? This is the wash here. This is the wash here. We know that this price will, if it breaks this here, we know something. We've learned something. Um, we're now changing maybe how we look at the market. Right? Notice that this one's at the bottom here. I'm halfway through. These are better down there. Look at that little guy reached down there. But you see what I'm saying? Like, we are hiding behind these things here so that we can protect ourselves. And we know, look at that. It came right down to it. It didn't take out the last guy. There was somebody there. I remember saying that. It's crazy. I'm clairvoyant. We're looking for 3-to-1 trades. So as much as this is exciting and all this stuff that's coming on, we're on the hunt for 3-to-1 trades. That being said, let's get into it. Yesterday, should just pull it up. I was looking for okay, so yesterday I was here. No, where was I at? Where was I at? Where was I at? Where was I at? Yeah, I was here. I was in here. And I had drawn this up, and this is where I had made a comment about price coming down here. And I knew the news was coming up on farm payroll, but I was like this, right? We have our impulse leg, we have our shelf, right? Impulse leg, shelf, wash. We have the wash. We identify the wash through the big drop in the bars, right? See this wash here? Hard down, pulls back up. Hard down, pulls back up. Wash just cleans everybody out. And then all these guys have to reposition. All these guys have to reposition. So then when this came out, we have a new high here, right? What's step 4? Retest, new high. Retest, there's a new high. Is it going to retest here? And I put a post up about wanting to be underneath this guy. Because this guy, look at that. There's stops right behind him. Everybody on the planet has got to stop right behind that guy. So they just fill the stops, take all your money, and then they start taking off again and make a new high. That was the trade of the day right there, guys. And it gave it to you twice. Now, as you guys know, I've got kids. And between 7:30 and 8 o'clock is my kind of mid-morning downtime because I got to run them off to school and get them organized and all that stuff. It's just the way my life's set up right now. But that's fine, though. I don't freak out about it. Then I saw this thing here. That didn't come up high enough for a retest, right? This guy here didn't quite give me the retest I was looking for. And this is a weird top. This tells me that machines sold it and dropped it down. Like that to me is when I see a bottom like that, a hard down or hard up, it's just like it's more machine work. And I could be completely wrong, but that's how I see it in my head. That one barely worked. And with being at a new high, I may have said, I'm just taking my money somewhere up here. Just take a small 1-to-1, 2-to-1 kind of trade. I saw this. And I can't remember what I was doing when that happened. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was nervous. Really? Going to hit it 3 times and then make a new high? But in my ignorance of my ability to do that, I missed a trade. So that was one I missed. And then by the time I got ready to draw this one up, it's 11 o'clock. And this line's pretty beat up, guys, right? This is now a shelf, right? This is now a shelf, and it looks like we might have a wash, right? We might have a retest of this. This whole thing could be a wash in our little, world here of 3-to-1 setups. And I'm not, what did I do? I'm not, I'm up for the week, guys. I'm not eager to trade. I'm not, I don't have to make something happen. I like to sit back and, I don't want to be wrong, just like you don't want to be wrong. But at the same time, though, I'm like, hey, that's a pretty nasty looking wash. But impulse, shelf, new high. But see that new high, then if that's the new high, then that means that's the impulse. That's the shelf. You got to move it over. See, this is where it gets confusing. And I'm not saying, and that's why I'm, I get kind of, cagey a little bit on these days, And then there's times that I just don't feel like trading, guys. Like when this was out here yesterday, and I'm looking at this guy here, guy, that was after my trading time. Yeah, this kind of like, it helped me out because it made the decision for me, right? I was a little nervous about that. I was bummed I missed it. But then I'm not trading at 12:15 on a Thursday. No, get out of here. For what? And that would have got stopped out. Always going to hit one, two, three, four times. Yeah, there's not. I mean, this is our best wash here, and then this thing came through here. And if you put an order on there, I mean, just forget it. But see, out of all this mess, we found a couple trades. This is a great trade right here, man. This is it. 739. That was your trade of the day. 5-1. I hope somebody got it. Oh, perfect 5-1 trade. You know how many problems that cleans up? Try and get a couple of those a month. Now, everybody out there saying, well, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. They have no idea what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to delete my stuff. I'm going to mark out my swing. That's my kill zone. Okay, if it breaks that there, we've got a different plan going on here, right? Maybe something like that, right? That's your zone right now. That's your kill zone. So that's what I'm looking at. I've got a new high up here, so I'm drawing up the pressure cooker. And then everything we can play with in between. Everything we can play with in between. Let's just play with this one. Impulse leg comes off. Guys, remember, it's clay, right? Impulse leg comes off. There's our low. We have our shelf. We have our topper. Give me my red box. You guys, this is how I work it through the day. I'm just drawing up this whole thing. There it is. There's a 3-1 trade. You had to wait overnight and get through the morning and hope that it hit, but it paid. Right? 3-1 trades, guys. That's what we're looking for. That's all we're looking for. What do you care about anything else? You're gonna, I've had the 4-hour chart waiting to get in, and then or the 2-hour chart or the 15-minute chart even. You get in, and then you got to wait all this time. Everybody's after something different. That's what makes the whole thing work. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm a day trader. I want to get in and out. I'm on the 750 E-mini tick chart. 250, 750, and you can't see. Yeah, MES 220. Okay, there you go. You got it right there. That's what I trade. I can trade the 2000. I can trade the minute. I can trade, other time frames, I guess. This one works for me for a variety of reasons. There's that one there. Let's see if I can find something here. I was thinking about this the other day. About the different time frames, because everybody's like, oh, you need, this is where I remember when I started out, I had no idea. I want to trade this, I want to trade that. I don't know. Until you do enough of this stuff, until you really spend a lot of time doing this stuff, are you going to start to be proficient at this? I mean, I've been at this for a decade, guys. I'm not bragging about it, but those first 5, 6, 7, 8 years, yeah, tough. And then you think you got it, and then you drop the ball again. You think you got it, drop the ball again. Think you got it, drop the ball again. As my mentor said, you got to have a couple shipwrecks. And I told him I need more than that because I didn't get it. But then it's so funny that he said this, and this is something that it took me a long time to understand. But you just have to give up, and you have to be willing to just float in the ocean and just let the current take you. And there's going to be times you can swim and you can make headway and make gains. And there's times that it's going to pull you back and throw you in, just back and forth. Here's a 5-minute chart, right? Here's a 5-minute chart versus this chart. Let's see if I can get this even looking similar, right? It's kind of, it's cleaner. It's not it's cleaner than the 1 minute, right? The 1 minute's really sketchy, but yeah, you have it. See, right? There's an impulse that comes off here. See that big drop there, that impulse down. That's this thing here. You want to play it? See this? Watch this. Wait, hold on. Global, go global. So now I pull up the other one, right? So now we're on the same thing. So here's this. Okay, hold on. We're getting there. We're almost done. Right, here's this coming off here. Right? It's that's the difference of the whole thing. This whole thing right here, that's that piece right there. Look at that. Look how different that is. Is that even on there? I don't know. Is that even on there? Right here? That's that whole thing. Look how different it looks. You're gonna get used to whatever your eyes see. You're gonna get used to whatever, you're used to seeing, and you have to get used to what it is what you're after. And do you know what you're after? Do you know exactly what gets you in and what gets you out and what keeps you out of the market, what keeps you in the market? You have to have time. You have to have time. Get rid of all the bells and whistles. Get rid of all the colors. If you want to do a candlestick chart, okay, that's fine. But you need a white background or a black background. You need something, and you can't get rid of all those indicators. I'm not using anything other than price here, guys. Right? That's an impulse leg, right? And there's a shelf. How many of these have I seen? Oh my God, right? Look at that dude. That guy knows something. That guy's in my trading group. That guy right there. What was his 3-to-1 trade like? Right? Let's just say he put one here. I go a little earlier. He's up here. He was out midnight or overnight. You have to wait all morning. That guy knew something. Or that guy, who knows? I'm telling stories. That guy probably, I'm out down here. I'm going to wait for that bar to happen. And now this whole thing's going to happen or going on, and people are, is it going up or going down? Price is going up, guys. Up, up, up. That's a major swing. Okay, just so you know, in this context, that's a major. That's a minor in this context. Now, if I bring it in here, and I'm jumping over a lot of levels here, guys, I realize that. I'm doing a lot. I can't stand looking at bars anymore, or candlesticks. We're jumping over a lot. Okay, get rid of this guy. Boop. That's our major. Okay, that's our major. So depending on your frame, if you want to trade a whatever it is, if you want to trade this, and I've done this, guys. I tried it. I'm not being extra clever, but I've tried to trade this little piece here, and I realize I'm free flowing, but this price goes up, price goes down, and this is how I got good at this, though, guys. It's clay. You got to play with it, play with it, play with it, play with it. Right? You don't know this is going to happen, right? say you don't know this is going to happen. This is all you have. This right now, this is your major swing. Right, guys, we're on the hunt for a 3-to-1 trade. There's your pullback. Okay, so there's impulse down. There's a shelf. Okay, there's our shelf right there. Right, it hits here, does that. Right, and it just comes along, comes along, comes along, comes along, comes along. Depending on where you're at in your day, are you selling this at 11 to get down? Like how much time do you think? Do you want to take an overnight trade? All that stuff comes into play. And then this guy over here, look at that. Once he blows, and this is why I say on this retest or a new high, once it takes out the impulse leg and blows past it, there's liable a retest. Now this isn't, I'm not trading this because it's 1 o'clock. Market's about to close, but I'm watching, right? I'm watching. That thing comes all the way back up here. Same thing, right? Impulse off here. I can see it in hindsight, guys. Yes, I understand. That's how I figure out how to go forward. I have to look back. This is my big back testing strategy. Oh shoot, sorry, red box. Right? This is my back testing strategy that I set up for myself. Because I wanna see this. There's a trade right there overnight. Yeah, no one's paying attention. I'm in California, I'm asleep. All right, so what are we doing today? What are we doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm looking for an impulse leg. I'm looking for a shelf. I'm looking for a wash. I'm looking for a new high and an entry behind the wash with a proper stop underneath here and an exit. Hopefully, I don't have to make new highs for that exit. That to me is gold. I'm protected. I'm not getting crazy. I'm not guessing, oh, how much money am I going to make? I mean, how many times have you drawn up a trade just to say, oh, it's going my direction, and then you put your profit target out there and close your computer or go out to lunch and you come back and you're stopped out because, wow, I didn't, you never know, dude. You never know. Keep it simple, guys. That's it. This is all you need. You don't need anything else other than this. And a subscription to patreon.com. Make money day trading. Get fresh daily updates. All right, guys. Talk in a bit.